for the type of person who maybe has trouble getting back on the bandwagon after things like this. If you can... Hi friends, Megan here. So I just wanted to make a video on some quick tips to stay with your healthy habits with Thanksgiving coming up. So a couple of things that I want to share with you. I've just got 5 quick tips for you before we officially get into this video. He is not going to let me film until he gets to say hi. Look in the camera and say hi.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Be big boy.
Bye.
Say bye.
Hi, bye.
Okay, hi, bye. Okay.
No.
This video is really meant for the type of person who maybe has trouble getting back on the bandwagon after things like this. If you can have a little bit here and a little bit there, and you can treat yourself and jump right back into your healthy lifestyle, fantastic. I mean, I wish I could do something like that. I am a person who has trouble with moderation. I'm good with restriction, not good with moderation. When I have a little bit, then I just have a little bit more often. And I still think it's a little bit, and then a little bit turns into a lot of bit, and that little problem turns into a big problem when it comes to getting back on track with my health and fitness. If one cheat meal turns into one cheat day, turns into a cheat month, and then I have to just feel like I'm starting all over again, and I don't like that feeling. So for me, just little tips like this to help me to just stay in that mind frame, to really consciously be making healthy choices, something that is a habit for me, something that I just naturally do, a lifestyle, is what I am going for. So I want to share these tips with you, and I hope that they help you staying on track with your health, fitness, and weight loss journey, and just enjoying your Thanksgiving. So my tip number 1 is to bring something. You're probably already doing that, but if you haven't been assigned something yet, I would suggest that you take control. I personally like to bring dessert. I like to be able to have a healthier option for dessert. So for dessert options, one of the things that I did recently for a potluck was a pumpkin cheesecake whipped kind of dip, and I am going to be posting that video later, so make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way you can be back here when I post that before Thanksgiving. And if you are watching this after the fact, check down below and I'll make sure to link that video down below. Another thing that's great to bring is the vegetables, so like sweet potatoes or green beans, maybe just a lighter version of those things. Things like fruits and vegetables for appetizers, you know what I mean, those kind of things. So you know you want to stick with closer to the whole plant-based natural foods as you can, and that's going to be your best bet when you are bringing something, an alternative to maybe the dishes that they're going to have there. Tip number 2. This is going to sound a little crazy. Eat before, right? You're like, no, I like fast for 24 hours before so I can eat everything in sight once I get there. And that is what most people do, is they eat a ton once they get to Thanksgiving. And if you are the type of person who can stick to the healthier options and still eat a ton of that and really enjoy, then fantastic. But I would be filling up on things that I know I shouldn't be filling up on. So especially when you get around those dips and cheese and fried foods and things that are appetizers. So an option that I like to do is just to eat something before. So that way I know I've had a healthier option when it comes to like an appetizer, and I'm not picking at the finger foods that are probably not the best. Tip number 3. So I know we have heard this before, and it's just a health habit in general that is really, really good for you, but drinking more water. And when I say drinking water, I mean just keep yourself hydrated as usual. You're supposed to be drinking lots of water all the time, but there are lots of cocktails usually served, or wine that's flowing, and that's like the whole day if you're there for the cooking. I know that at a lot, no, I haven't had anything to drink. I know that at a lot of families, events, that is the go-to, just kind of hanging out and having cocktails and things. I know that when I drink, I tend to get more hungry and I tend to not worry about what I'm eating. So 2 things that are beneficial when I don't have an extra cocktail is I'm not as hungry. I don't kind of go for those munchy, I'm just hungry, I want to eat kind of foods. And it just saves you the calories from having those empty calories in your drink. So have a glass of wine with dinner, with dessert, whatever. Do what you do. Just a tip. Tip number 4, no rolls. Okay? Some of you might be like, oh, the bread and butter, I live for that. If you can stick to a more natural carb, if you want to have something starchy, go for those mashed potatoes, go for those sweet potatoes. They might be covered in marshmallows, but it's more of like a cutback where you can kind of situation. So if you have sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes and stuffing over the roll, I'm just saying, I would much rather pick one of those options. So just don't overindulge saying I'm having a little bit of everything, because once you look at the plate, you'll realize a little bit of everything is a lot of carbs and starches, okay? So I would pick 1, maybe 2 if you have really small servings of the carbs and starches and load up on some more of the meat and veggies. And tip number 5, this is gonna seem like something that you know when it comes to being healthy and being fit and losing weight, but move. A lot of us go into a turkey coma. I know there's science behind it. It really does put you into a sleepy mood. However, when you have people around, you can go outside. You can go for a family walk. I know when I was a kid, we used to play football. So if you've got some kids, or even if you've got some adults, go out, play football, do something. Even if you're like working, helping around the kitchen, being on your feet, as opposed to just we're done, we're stuffed. So just moving in general is really going to help to get everything digestively, flowing and not just sitting with an upset stomach. So you want to move. That's what your body's meant to do. It loves to move. All right, guys, so those were my 5 quick tips when it comes to staying on the right track for Thanksgiving. None of these are mind blowers or anything, but I hope that I brought you just a little more information, something that you maybe went, oh, okay. Didn't really think of that, to be able to help you this holiday season. I hope you enjoyed, and if you would consider giving that a thumbs up and subscribing, I'd love to see you here next time. Thanks.